The Adrian College Sports Network wants you to join us in thanking one of our sponsors, the Carlton Lodge of Adrian. The Carlton Lodge offers a comfortable and convenient lodging experience. Carlton has spacious rooms and suites, fit for a peaceful night's sleep. Their amenities include a hot tub and pool, a 24-hour fitness center, a business center, and much more. A huge thanks to Adrian College's Choice of Lodging for sponsoring Bulldog Athletics.
At this time, I'd like to introduce President Docking.
16 years I've been doing this, saying hello to freshman groups coming in. But obviously this one's different. The friends that you're going to make, the experiences that you're going to have, the memories that you will create are just amazing.
This is gonna be the best day of my life. I hear it calling outside my window. I feel it in my soul. The stars were burning so bright. The sun was out till midnight. I say we lose control. This is gonna be the best day of my life. This is gonna be the best day of my I hear it calling outside my window. I feel it in my soul. The stars were burning so bright. The sun was out till midnight. I say we lose control. This is gonna be the best day of my life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. Everything is looking up, everybody up now. This is gonna be the best day of my life.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. I've gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello, students. This is President Docking coming to you again from the President's Office at Adrian College. Hey, I'm sending you this video with some great news. Despite all that's been happening with the pandemic, COVID-19, etc., we've been hard at work on campus, and the faculty have recently approved 8 new degree programs, which I think are super exciting. And I want you guys to know about these so you can start to think about them as you think about your future academic career here. So here they are. The first one is in public health. We have both a major and a minor now in public health. Can you think of a more relevant major than public health right now, given all that's going on? The second one is supply chain management. If you're following the news, supply chain management is really where it's at. There are thousands of jobs. I happened to look before I got in this video. Some of these jobs pay over $100,000 a year right out of college. Public health pays very well as well. Great area to go into. The third new major that the faculty approved is human resources. And you know, every business, I mean, whether it's Adrian College or IBM or something in between, has a human resource office. Lots of jobs, a great field to go into. The fourth is professional sales. Now, whatever your professional career, you have to know how to sell, whether you're selling yourself, whether you're selling goods, whether you're selling services, whether you're selling your character. Professional sales is a great thing to be trained in academically. The next one is esports management. Now, esports is just absolutely exploding across the country. And I know we have a lot of students that are athletes that would like to stay into sports. So we now have an esports minor degree. It's a minor right now, may turn into a major later, but it's a minor right now that you can get your degree in. And then we have 2 certificates that we're now offering in digital marketing, which is incredible. I mean, digital marketing, again, whatever you're going into, if you can do some digital marketing, your employers will love it. So these are high skill, high pay, high need areas with literally thousands of jobs coast to coast. So long and short is, once again, Adrian's on the cutting edge. We're at the forefront. We are leading the pack in innovation and ingenuity. And we just wanted you guys to know all that's going on. So there you go. It's all good news today. I hope that brightened your day. Thanks for tuning in.
Chance sends it in front. Shot centered by him. Davis, he scores! And Adrian with a dream start in the finals of the MIAA tournament. Right now. Whoa! The air got the crowd into it. He fired. Oh my goodness! How in the world? That will do it. Sticks fly into the ceiling. The Bulldogs take to the ice. The Harris Cup to Adrian, Michigan, and the seniors. They've secured a championship here for the Adrian College Bulldogs.
I don't even know what we say about it. Like, I'm kind of left speechless after that game.
Next on ice, representing the United States of America, Adrian College.
That might be points right there.
In its 2021 edition of America's Best Colleges, U.S. News & World Report has once again ranked Adrian College as a top regional college in the Midwest. The institution was named to the Best Regional Colleges Midwest section for the 7th consecutive year, and once again listed number 2 in the Most Innovative Schools category. In addition to these honors, Adrian College was also named to the Best Undergraduate Teaching and Best Value College lists. Adrian College has been established as a distinctive and innovative educational leader in the United States. The institution places priority on a culture of innovation and critical thinking. This is the 12th consecutive year Adrian College has been featured by U.S. News & World Report. You can see the full list of rankings and find more information on their website. For more information about Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is @Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Hello and welcome outside here at the Adrian College softball field for this doubleheader matchup between the Bluffton Beavers and the Adrian College Bulldogs. Coaches meeting at home plate right now, getting ready for this contest, and they'll line up for the national anthem. And we'll take a quick commercial break when that comes here on ACTV. We're in for a good one here. It's the 3-3 Bulldogs taking on the 2-4 Bluffton Beavers here on home field advantage, whatever you want to call it. Either way, going to be a good one here. The Bulldogs will serve as the home team in the gray uniforms, the Bluffton Beavers in their road purples. We're going to take a quick break here on ACTV, and when we come back, it's going to be time for first pitch. See you on the other side.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions.
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
The Bulldogs will light the lamp. One, two, out, left, right, go.
Welcome back outside here at the Adrian College softball field between the Beavers and the Bulldogs, getting underway right as we come back onto the air. The 2-4 Beavers taking on the 3-3 Bulldogs. The starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, Natalie Mathers, the team ace for head coach Ashley Skelly, as she starts off with a strike right down the middle. The leadoff hitter today for the Beavers is Lily Tate, the third baseman. Let's take a look at the starting lineups now here on ACTV, courtesy of our director, Caitlin Parisi. The 0-1 comes in. That's going to be inside. Ball one of the game is going to be there. You can see the lineup here for the Beavers. Tate, Bowman, Adams, Shimp, Uvel, McCrate, Zinkon, and Bollinger, as well as Dyson. And then for the Bulldogs, going to go Jamie Bell, Kampolansky, DeChalk, Connolly, Farinelli, Rogers, McSoud, DeForest, and Rogers, as that one is outside to make it 2-1. The Bulldogs coming off of a sweep, doubleheader sweep on Wednesday night here at Adrian College. That was over Defiance, a 7-3 win, and then a 4-3 win. An exciting second game for the Bulldogs here on the home field, getting their season going. That one swung on, fouled off behind the first base side. 2-2 the count. 2 strikes on the board. No outs. First batter up, Lily Tate. Let's take a look at the numbers here for Lily Tate. She's a sophomore with an average of .381 through 6 games. Reason she's in that leadoff spot, batting high. That one's up top, makes it 3-2. Only 1 base on ball for the leadoff hitters. She has not struck out on the year. 3-2. Mathers gets the signal. Sends it in. Right down and inside. Called strike 3. That's going to be a leadoff K for the junior Mathers. Looking at Natalie Mathers, the junior, 6 appearances, 2 wins, 1 loss, 15 2/3 innings pitched with a 2.23 ERA on the year. She's this team's ace. She's going to be making an impact here as that one's fouled off. You know, we saw on Wednesday night, she started the first game, got relieved for Emily Baldus, who's the senior pitcher for this softball team. But then, in the end of that second game, when it was coming down to the wire with people on base, it looked like Emily Baldus was going to get out of the jam and then bring in Natalie Mathers. And I'll tell you what, she had some heat coming into that second game and in that second outing of the day. Winds up, delivers. That's going to be a called strike. She goes up on the batter, 0-2. The batter is Sydney Bowen, the center fielder for the Beavers. Matt Kibbe here with you today. Excited to bring you more Adrian College softball here on ACTV. We would be on the radio, but unfortunately, football is on the road today at Alma. So if you are to listen to WVAC, wondering why we're not here on the radio, that's because Alma versus Adrian has taken over. We'll kind of keep you updated on what's going around in Adrian College athletics today. So the Bulldogs start their spring sprint. And we've been mentioning how weird it is. We have spring sports going on. That's where all of our equipment's at for the most part. And then here comes all those fall sports that didn't get a chance to fully compete in the fall as they get their conference season going, including soccer, football, women's volleyball, all getting going once again here on the campus of Adrian College. 2-2 is the count. Mathers looking for her second strikeout of the game in as many batters. Then she gets it right on the inside. 2 strikeouts, both of them looking for the junior Natalie Mathers. That's going to bring up Bobby Adams, the catcher. 2 outs for the Bulldogs. The infield hasn't had to do much. That one's outside. Bulldogs lined up in the outfield left to right. McSoud, Connolly, Bell on the infield. Third base is Rogers. That was going to be Infinity Rogers. And then DeChalk, Destiny Rogers at second, and Farinelli at first. That one's up. It's going to be ball 2 on the catcher, Adams. The catcher for the Bulldogs today, Hope Kampolansky. She has a big, powerful bat batting in the 2-hole today for the Bulldogs as they're looking to get into that bench and bring up the bats. Inside, ball 3. First batter we've seen Mathers kind of, in a weird way, struggle with here today, down 3-0. That one is down low, and that's going to be a walk on the catcher, Bobby Adams. It's batting .500 on the year as well in 20 at-bats, 10 hits, 3 runs, 12 RBI, and maybe you see those stats come in. That's where you work around. Don't give them anything special to hit. Bring up the cleanup hitter, Taylor Shimp. 2 outs up on the board. Runner on first base, called strike 1. Shimp is the junior, also 6 games played, 17 at-bats, batting .353 on the year. Swings at 1 upstairs, and it's going to be strike 2. (0-2) on Shimp. Adams is over at first base. Mathers in the pitching circle with her battery mate, Hope Kablansky. The 0-2 up high, ball 1. You may have noticed tuning in last time we were here in the press box for softball on Wednesday. We tell you we had some technical difficulties, and folks, that continues here today. Not able to get the wireless transmitter to work, so unfortunately, we'll only have this one camera. That's swung on and missed for strike 3, and Natalie Mathers strikes out the side, gives up 1 walk, and it's going to be the Bulldogs heading into the bottom of the first inning, tied at 0, starting to get the bats warmed up. We'll be right back here on ACTV in a few short seconds.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back here to the Adrian College softball field. Beavers taking on the Bulldogs. Non-conference matchup between the two. Thank you for joining us here on ACTV. Matt Kibbe, Caitlin Parisi as well in the booth. She has a mic on. We'll see if she wants to talk at all today. It's kind of up to her. But either way, excited to have you with us for this contest. Beavers went away quietly in the first inning. 3 strikeouts for Natalie Mathers, 2 of them looking, the last one on the swing, and that's going to bring up the Bulldogs. Jamie Bell is the leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs today. In 6 games played, she's batting .261, senior leader, right fielder for the Bulldogs. Starting pitcher today for Bluffton, Grace Fillinger. Fillinger winds up for the first pitch. Bell thought about laying down a bunt that was up high, makes it 1-0. First at bats for the Bulldogs here on this sunny Saturday. Another bunt attempt. That one's inside, ball 2. The 2-0. That one is on the outside corner. Makes it 2-1 here on Jamie Bella. She's still looking to get a little bit of speed here from the left side. Mentioned it's nice and sunny out today. Some beautiful weather for us. My watch claims it's 37 degrees as that one's rolled over the second baseman. And it's going to be a 4-3 putout for the Bulldogs. Zinkin to Shimp. And that's going to be the first out of this first inning. Brings up the big bat of Hope Kablansky. Almost hit one out on Wednesday. Hit the top of the wall. That one is a called strike. She had a couple big hits in those 2 games against Defiance. Ends up with 9 hits, 7 RBIs. A couple of those came against Defiance. As that one is outside 101. She's batting .450 on the year with a .550 slugging percentage. So just some really good numbers here. Yeah, early in the season, only 6 games played. But, you know, when they're timely hits and they mean a lot for the game, you got to be excited for that. Your head coach, Ashley Skelly. You know, we're way early here, but, you know, like promoting stuff that we do here on ACTV. At the end of the second game, we're going to bring Coach Skelly up here to the booth, and we're going to have a little bit of a post-games interview here on ACTV. Had that on. That one swung on right down the third baseline. Foul. We had that on Wednesday, and it was the first time Coach Skelly had to get interviewed live. I went down, and I'm going to talk to her, and I'm like, hey, Coach Skelly. And first of all, when I said Coach Skelly, she was a little, what did you call me again? Coach Skelly. So used to being called Coach Ashley here with her team, but called her Coach Skelly. Said, hey, you want to do an interview? That one swung on to the shortstop, and it's going to be a 6-3 put out there for Dyson. And the Bluffton Beavers have 2 quick outs. But, you know, I went down and talked to her. I said, hey, you want to come and do an interview? And she, in the back of her head, she's thinking, just a little recorded interview. We'll put it on social media. And I look at her and I go, no, we're doing it live. We're going to do it live on air and have a little bit of fun with it and talk about the game. You know, she ran up here, came into the interview a little nervous to start, and then kind of settled in. And we told her, hey, get used to it. We're doing this after every game if we can. So stay tuned for that at the end of the second game. We'll have a little bit more programming updates for you as that one's rolled over to the shortstop, and that's going to be the third out of the inning. The Bulldogs go down 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the first inning. Haley DeChalk grounds out to short to end the inning, and Fillinger is going to get 3 outs quickly here for the Bluffton Beavers as we'll head in to the top half of the second inning here on ACTV when we return.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Welcome back here to the Adrian College Softball Complex. Beautiful Adrian, Michigan, the site of today's game. Excited to have you with us here on ACTV. Matt Kibbe up here in the booth with Caitlin Parisi, our director today. Marissa Uvel is going to start us off here in the top of the second. Swung on. This one has popped into the triangle no man's land, but right there is going to be Destiny Rogers for the Bulldogs. She gets credit for that. Pop out 4, and that's the first out that wasn't a strikeout for the starting pitcher, Natalie Mathers. One out here. Going to bring up the designated player, Annie McCrate. That one is a called strike. Folks, I'm going to be honest with you. I come into these games and we have a little bit of a conversation throughout. I encourage you to use the comment feature on Adrian College's TV YouTube channel. We have that open. That one rolled over to second base. Fairnelly dove after, but able to get back to the base in time. And Rogers gets another put out. That's going to go 4-3. But like I said, I encourage you to use the chat feature, have a little bit of a conversation with me. You want me to talk about something specific? I can gladly do that for you. Just a little bit of background on me. I play baseball here at the college for the club baseball team. Student director for ACTV and the play-by-play voice for men's baseball and softball, as well as men's and women's hockey here at the college and a couple other fall sports. So highly encourage you to use that. We'll have a little bit of conversation throughout the game here today, but thank you for tuning in, as always, and I'll add a little bit more to that later on. I don't want to constantly repeat myself. 1-0 here. That one's a called strike. Sydney Zinkin, the second baseman, is up to bat. But, one of the points I was making with have a little bit of conversation with me, I am not as familiar with softball as I would like to be. So I'm kind of stringing this together here in the booth. If I see something that I may know, I'm going to say it. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. I want to learn the sport. I'll have some meetings coming up with Coach Skelly to learn it a little bit better. Like, obviously, my mind is a baseball mind, so I kind of think of it that way. But I do know some of the distinct differences here, especially that I cannot call it a mound. It is a pitching circle. I will not refer to it as the mound. That one up high, 2-2 on Zinkin. All the fans from Bluffton University tuning in. Thank you for tuning in as well. You can be a part of the conversation too. It's not limited to Adrian College fans. Anybody that's watching, have a little bit of fun with it. We enjoy reading some of the comments, and you can also, that one's inside. You can find me on Twitter at PXPKibbyMatt. If you have any other comments, suggestions, you want to tell us we're doing a great job on the stream, go for it. You want to tell us we're doing a bad job, go for it. I may not acknowledge it though. I may just kind of avoid that conversation, but you can tell us, and we'll gladly hear you out at least. The full count. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another strikeout. The fourth of the day for Natalie Mathers, as that's going to retire the side. And the Bulldogs go 1-2-3 there on defense. And they'll come up in the bottom of the second inning looking to add some runs. We'll be right back here on ACTV.
In its 2021 edition of America's Best Colleges, U.S. News and World Report has once again ranked Adrian College as a top regional college in the Midwest. The institution was named to the Best Regional Colleges Midwest section for the 7th consecutive year, and once again listed number 2 in the Most Innovative Schools category. In addition to these honors, Adrian College was also named to the Best Undergraduate Teaching and Best Value College lists. Adrian College has been established as a distinctive and innovative educational leader in the United States. The institution places priority on a culture of innovation and critical thinking. This is the 12th consecutive year Adrian College has been featured by U.S. News and World Report. You can see the full list of rankings and find more information on their website. For more information about Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back here to the Adrian College softball field, right underway here in this bottom of the second inning. Katie Connolly coming up to bat, kind of the hero, you could say, in the second game of the doubleheader against Defiance. Hit the game-winning home run in the bottom of the sixth inning to give the Bulldogs, at the time, a 4-2 lead. It would come down to matter in the end, as the final score in that game was 4-3. The difference was really the center fielder, Katie Connolly, as she swings a little bit ahead of that one and makes it 2-1. She also, she had a really good defensive play in the top half of the sixth inning. She had a double play, caught one in center field, and threw the runner out, trying to tag at home. or tag from third, I should say. She fouls that one off there. But she played really well. We asked Coach Skelly at the end of that game, like, hey, what kind of leadership does Katie Conley bring? What kind of player is she? And she said, she is one of those girls that you just love having on your team. She can put together great at-bats and plays really stellar defense out in the outfield. So one of those things that you look for in a player to bring here, and over the past 4 years, that's what Katie Conley has done. Full count here for swung on, fouls that one straight back over our heads up here in the press box. We'll do it again. Conley batting from the left side. Fellinger from the right. Swung on, rolled over to first base. Conley trying to beat it out, and it's going to be a quick put out there for the first baseman. That's going to be Shimp. That's going to be the first out of the inning for Bluffton. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Ava Farinelli. That one falls in front of home plate, ball one. Bulldogs trying to mount something here. It's been 4 up, 4 down. And that one swung out, rolled over to short. 6-3 put out there for Dyson, and she's been busy over in the hole. And that's going to bring up Infinity Rogers. 5th-year grad senior. Looking to make an impact here for her team. 2 outs, thought about bunting. She's got a lot of speed when she comes over, playing third base today, but a lot of speed on the base pass whenever she's up to bat, and on first, second, third. You can anticipate probably going to take off and try and steal a bag. 1-0. This one driven to center field. Going back under it is the center fielder, Bowen, and that's going to retire the side. Another 1-2-3 inning for the pitcher, Grace Fellinger, and we head to the top of the 3rd inning here on ACTV.
Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome back here to the Adrian College softball field. A little bit of Weezer for you on this Saturday. Hopefully, we wanted to do this for a long time. We thought about doing it last year, and that's playing some of the rock music or some of that pop music here on ACTV whenever we come back from an inning break, kind of what you would hear on a radio station or elsewhere. I grew up listening to the Detroit Tigers on 97.1 The Ticket, so Dan Dickerson was very much so a part of my life at a young age, and hearing those rock beats coming back, it fires you up for something to happen here. As we're in the top of the 3rd inning now, bottom of the order, Bollinger is starting us off, the left fielder, as she sees ball 1. Natalie Mathers, fairly perfect today, only 1 walk, and that came back in the 1st inning. She's got 4 Ks already today, so really grinding out at bats, forcing pitches in and getting outs. That one swung on. It's going to be strike 1. 1-1's the count now. Matt Kibbe here with you today. Excited to be with you again for another softball matchup here on ACTV. Can promise I won't be with every one of them, but I'll be here for a lot of them. So excited for that to get going here as that one's outside. Get familiarize myself with the team a little bit more, but like I mentioned, having some meetings coming up. Going to talk to some of those senior leaders, some of the coaching staff, as well as just fans in general here at the ballpark. You get a consistent number, you see familiar faces here from Wednesday to today. Kind of get used to it, and you become a little bit part of the family here with ACTV. Count is 3-1 on Bollinger. Mathers looking to get back into it here. Kablansky calls for the pitch. That one is a called strike right on the outside corner. That was on a shoestring right there for Natalie Mathers. Just hope Kablansky set up, and that pitch was right to the mitt. Full count now. Wind up and delivery. Swung on and missed. That's going to be strike 3. 5th strikeout for Natalie Mathers, and she's having a day in the circle already here in the 3rd inning. Scoreless ball game here as Emily Dyson comes up to bat, the 9-hole hitter today for head coach Amanda Des Moines. Trying to bring it back up to the top. This one inside, called a ball. Want to know the count? I got a scoreless game, and something that when these two teams come in, it looks like they got both of their aces going, and we're seeing that here so far. That one swung on up high and missed. Make it 1-1. Bulldog fielders not having to do a whole lot of work. Only 2 balls in play for the Beavers. Everything else has been a strikeout. 1-2 the count here on Dyson. Wind right now blowing in from right center field. The flag out there. One, two. That one up high and in. Dyson able to turn a shoulder and get away from it. Call coming in now. Lansky on the outside, swung on and missed again. Another strikeout. 2nd out of the inning. Six of them already here with only 8 outs. 2 2/3 innings. 6 strikeouts. Mathers winds up to start the next at bat. We're back up at the top of the order with Lily Tate. First one down low. Mathers already at 39 pitches on the day. That's what happens when you have a lot of strikeouts and you're throwing a lot of pitches. We have seen a lot of 3-ball counts as well, so that's going to affect it a little bit more. That would probably be the one thing I'd want to clean up if I'm Natalie Mathers is clean up those counts. Maybe, one of those rules you kind of go by is it's 2-0 now, and we're kind of seeing it here again. One of those rules you go by is you want to have a batter out probably within 4 or 5 pitches. You don't want to work more than that. 4 pitches gives you 1 to waste, and everything else should be a strike in. So that's where you kind of want to work with. So that one is inside. It's called a ball, and we're going to battle from behind here, 3-0. Tate struck out in her first at bat back in the 1st inning. She went down looking, hasn't had to swing the bat. That one. Ball 4 on the inside, and that's going to be the 2nd walk for Mathers. And this is going to bring up Sydney Bowen. Head coach Ashley Skelly going to take a quick walk out to the mound and have a quick discussion on setting the defense a little bit. It's the first time we kind of seen Mathers look a little off. It was a 4-pitch walk. We're not used to seeing that out of the junior ace. And finishes that mound meeting. As the ball kind of drops a little bit there. First of 2 here on ACTV. Next batter up is going to be, like I said, Sydney Bowen. Center fielder sees that one, falls off of the mid of Kablansky, and thought about going with Tate, had to hold up, it didn't get far enough away. Adrian College baseball in Westfield, Indiana, taking on Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo pulled out the victory 4-1 over the top-ranked Bulldogs. That one's a called strike in. We got a doubleheader down in Grand Sport Park. And over at Alma, start of the second, scoreless between the Scots and the Bulldogs. 1-2 the count here on Bowen. A lot of athletics going on today for Bulldogs. You got ACHA D2 hockey at Trine. Women's bowling. Women's D1 hockey here at Adrian, 5 p.m. today. That's going to be on ACTV. You can catch Senior Day at 4:15. 1-2 here for Mathers. Sent it on, swung on, going out to center field. Conley coming in, able to grab that one. That's going to retire the side. The Bluffton Beavers leave one on base and go down without getting a run, and we'll head in to the bottom of the third inning. Still scoreless here on ACTV.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Like it's kind of like Mecca or the center of the universe.
Every millennial's a Gen Z favorite beat coming at you. Big Michigan football guy. I know, don't roast me for it. It's what I like. It's what I'm in for. If you really want to talk football, we can talk March Madness here on ACTV. You can talk about the early exit for Michigan State and the early exit for Ohio State. I'll gladly talk about that. But huge Michigan football fan, that beat comes in. You know what's coming on in between the third and fourth quarter. Back here now, first pitch swung on to short, and it's going to be another 6-3 put out there as McSoud was looking to get on base early. Saw the first pitch, and Dyson has been busy over at shortstop. That's going to bring up Jalen DeForest, designated player today for the Bulldogs. Sees that first pitch come in, takes the strike. You know, with Natalie Mathers coming out of that quick jam, you want to have one of your batters take the first pitch, give her a little bit longer of a break, working at bat here. Don't want to go down too quickly. So not bunt attempt there by DeForest. She went, so it's going to be a strike. 0-2 quickly here on the senior. Talk about some other sports. Coming on, that one right down the line. The first hit of the game is going to be for DeForest. She rounds first, goes to second. It's going to be a stand-up double for Jalen DeForest. The first hit of the contest comes from the 8-hole hitter in the home side of the third inning. It's going to bring up Destiny Rogers, 9-hole hitter for the Bulldogs, and you know, right where you want to be, one out, runner in scoring position, and Rogers, your fifth-year senior, up at the plate. Swings at that first offering. It's out to right field and caught by the right fielder. Not deep enough there as Uville was able to get to it. That's going to bring up the top of the order with Jamie Bell. 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to second back in the first inning. And we'll see what she's able to do here. 2 outs now, runner at second base. That's a called strike, the first pitch of the at-bat coming from Fellinger. The 0-1 sent in on the called strike, too. It looked like it was out. Blue's going to give her the call there. We have seen that consistently called on that side of the plate, even with the right-handed hitter or the lefty. Couple groans from the crowd. Swung on this one, going into the hole. Bell trying to beat it out. She will! That's going to score the run. What a play there from Jalen DeForest to get all the way home from second on a ground ball to the second baseman. RBI there for Jamie Bell on an infield single. She was going to beat that out even if the first baseman didn't bobble it. But I'm gonna say that was an RBI because DeForest was going there already. See what the official ruling is. Yep, they marked it as a hit with an RBI, so exactly what you wanted to see if you're the Bulldogs, an early 1-0 lead. Here in the bottom of the third, Bell takes off for second. She's going to get there. A stolen base for Jamie Bell. Bulldog offense starting to heat up here. Hope Kablansky up to bat. She's got a big stick. She can use it. She's got 1 strike on her right now. Swung on and fouled back over to the first base side. Might have hit the apartments behind us. Oh, 2. Got to protect the plate here. Swung on. This one lifted high into center field. Sun might be a factor, but it's going to be caught there by Bowen. And that's going to end the inning for the Bulldogs. They get 1 run on 2 hits. And we head to the top of the 4th. We'll be right back here on ACTV. Thanks for tuning in.
In its 2021 edition of America's Best Colleges, U.S. News and World Report has once again ranked Adrian College as a top regional college in the Midwest. The institution was named to the Best Regional Colleges Midwest section for the 7th consecutive year, and once again listed number 2 in the Most Innovative Schools category. In addition to these honors, Adrian College was also named to the Best Undergraduate Teaching and Best Value College lists. Adrian College has been established as a distinctive and innovative educational leader in the United States. The institution places priority on a culture of innovation and critical thinking. This is the 12th consecutive year Adrian College has been featured by U.S. News and World Report. You can see the full list of rankings and find more information on their website. For more information about Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Bulldogs able to score a run in the bottom of the 3rd inning and take a 1-0 lead here into the top of the 4th. Natalie Mathers has been pitching lights out. Only's given up 2 walks. She's got 6 strikeouts on the day. Middle of the contest here. 4th inning. Really exact middle of the game coming up here for the Beavers. Once outside, called a ball. Bulldogs scored that run on 2 hits. RBI went to Jamie Bell. Jalen DeForest got it started with a double down the line. Now Mathers looking to continue what she's been doing all day long. That one's a called strike just on the outside corner. Makes it 1-1. The 1-1 coming from Mathers, but it's going to be a timeout there by Bobby Adams. 3-hole hitter leading off in the top half of the fourth. That one up and away, called a ball, 2-1. Realizing I'm going to need to get some stools in here. Sit a little bit higher up. Still making adjustments to the press box here as that one swung on. Might be a blooper, but a catch there and then fall out of the mitt. Jamie Bell putting in a little bit of an effort there on the dive, but it's going to fall, and that will count as a hit. Bobby Adams gets the first hit of the contest here for the Beavers. Looks like we might have a change here. So make sure this is official as we have a pinch runner coming on. Bryn Cisco is going to be the runner. I won't make any adjustments in the scorebook, as she could re-enter. You know, typically you'll see that with, you have the re-entry rule in softball. I do know that. With the pinch runner coming in, we'll probably see Bobby Adams behind the plate once again, just trying to bring some speed on the base pass. Down one, this might be, with the way Mathers is pitching, this might be one of the only opportunities you get to score. No outs, runner on first. Swung on at the first pitch was Taylor Shimp. No, they did. You know, this is going to be something to watch, as they did mark an error on Jamie Bell. Official statistician. That one swung back on, pitched down to first, is going to be called safe on the pickoff attempt from Kablansky. 0-2 the count now. So an error on Jamie Bell put Bobby Adams on first base. Not very often I disagree with the SIDs or the statistician, the official scores, but on that one, I'm going to have to disagree. You know, typically, whenever a fielder leaves their feet to try and make a play, you can't. One of those things I don't think you can call an error on. I don't think it's something that should be called an error. You know, you're making an attempt to try and make that play, and I think effort's got to overlast the error. So that's my personal opinion. I'll try not to deliver those too often, but 1-2 here. Swung on and missed. That's strike three. 7th strikeout for Natalie Mathers, giving the catcher some credit. You know, I will give the catcher some credit, catching a great game behind the dish. It's what you need in your catcher, some senior leadership for one. Even if you're a youngster behind the plate, you gotta be a great softball mind. You gotta love the sport. Runner goes. Hope Kablancy has her out by a mile. Wow, what a caught stealing by Hope Kablansky. Got the strike as well, and wow. Cut off the runner that was Cisco by a mile. Back here now at the dish, 0-1 the count, and just like that, the bases are empty. That one rolled over, foul. Man, I'm a catcher, folks, so that when I see a play like that, you know, it impressed me up here in the booth, because that was not very often do you have a runner gunned out at second base by that many steps. There is probably a good 4 steps that still need to be made, and the ball was already in the mid of the chalk at short, who was standing at second base. This one rolled back to Mathers. Takes her time, gets it over cleanly to first base, and that's going to do it for the top half of the fourth inning. My apologies here once again. essentially an unorthodox 1-2-3 inning, but we're going to take a break here on ACTV. The Bulldogs hold a 1-0 lead over the Beavers.
Want to see the Adrian College Outdoor Performance Band in action? The band performed on Adrian College TV, and you can watch the stream again anytime, anywhere. Professional audio technician Christopher Momini beautifully captured the event, and you can listen to the entire performance now. Visit Adrian College TV on YouTube to listen to the concert.
Welcome back here to the Adrian College softball field. You might have heard me kind of stutter a little bit at the end of that top of the fourth. The scoreboard had 1-1. I had to go and pull up the live stats. I'm like, I don't. My scorebook, the live stats have it as 1-0. That is the score here on the campus of Adrian College. The Beavers had an opportunity, and then a caught stealing by Hope Kablansky put an end to that. Have a couple changes, it looks like, coming. We'll try and make that adjustment back with it. Adams has checked back in for Cisco, the pinch runner. So we'll see what the umpire. You know, sometimes I wish the umpire, instead of just pointing what's going on, maybe scream it out a little bit, let us know. That's me being a little picky. And the funny thing is he's looking up at our booth. I'm like, I'm not the SID. Look over at the other booth. Well, either way, 3-4-5 due up for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Haley DeChalk leading it off. Katie Conley and then Ava Farinelli. First pitch, swung on over to short, got there in 2 hops, and it's going to be an out there. 6-3 put out once again, and the shortstop, Dyson, has been busy. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 putouts for the shortstop, Dyson. That brings up Katie Connolly. Sees the first pitch. It's going to be a called strike. Swings at the second offering. It was on the outside of the plate. Was able to get the end of the bat on it, fouled it off. 0-2 now. Connolly on the year, batting .250. She's got 2 home runs. Hit one down in Salem, Virginia, for the Bulldogs. Scored 3 runs, has 5 hits, 1 double. 5 RBIs to her credit. This one right back to the pitching circle, and an easy put out there for Fellinger to Shimp, and that's going to be a 1-3 put out again. Second out of the inning. Bulldogs holding a 1-0 lead. With how these 2 pitchers have been going at it throughout this contest, that might be all we see. It might be a 1-0 game when we come to the 7th inning. Farinelli steps in. She rolls one over. Foul. Farinelli, 267 on the year. Two outs here for the Beavers. That one's a called strike on the inside corner. Farinelli trying to keep the inning alive. The Beavers trying to get back into the dugout. That one's up high. Check swing, and Farinelli did not go. This one swung on right to the third baseman of Tate. Then another 1-2-3 inning for the Bulldogs. They go down, nothing coming. The score remains 1-0 as we head in to the top of the fifth.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Welcome back here to ACTV. Matt Kibbe with you in the booth. Our director today, Caitlin Parisi. Top cam operator, yours truly as well, here in the booth. Lucky for us, the camera just stays still. We don't got to really worry about it too much. But happy to have you with us. Would love to know where everybody's watching today here in the top of the fifth inning. Let us know. You can find me at PXPKibbeMatt. It's on your screen right now. That's on Twitter. If you mention me on Twitter, I will gladly and happily give you a shout out on air. Let me know who you're rooting for, where you're watching from. You can comment on the stream as well. We'll see that come in. And spark a little bit of a conversation. Maybe give me a topic and we'll talk about it on air. And turn this into a little bit of a Twitch stream. I don't know. 0-1 as Natalie Mathers gets back to work. She's been having a day in the circle. Total of 7 strikeouts to her credit. 2 walks, and then everything else has been an out. She's given up. It was called an error. That one's a called strike on the outside corner. It was called an error. I thought it was a hit, but either way, marked as an error on Bell, and then Hope Kablansky bailed Mathers out and got the caught stealing. That was just an inning to go in the top of the fourth. 0-2 now with the designated player, Annie McCrate, up to bat. That one's outside. It was on a shoestring once again, but it was just in the left-handed circle, or left-handed box, I should say. One and two now on McCrate. Back in. Called strike 3, and starting off the top of the fifth, like she's been doing all day, is Natalie Mathers. 8th strikeout of the night. That's going to bring up Sydney Zinken. She has a swinging strikeout. That was back in the second inning. Sees this one, called a strike on the inside. Mathers has really been lights out. 62 pitches through 4 1/3. Gets the sign, throws it in. This one swung on, popped up into foul territory, but just out of the outreach glove of Farinelli. The 0-2. Sun on, swung on, and missed. That's strike 3 of the 9th strikeout for Mathers. Just continuing, showing those ace numbers here against Bluffton in a 1-0 game. This is what you need out of your pitcher When your offense can't get going because the other side has a really good pitcher, you got to step up and be even better, and that's what Natalie Mathers has done. That one's just outside. Now coming up, Molly Bollinger. She struck out in her first at-bat back in the third inning. 1-0. Swings at that one upstairs, and it's going to be a called strike. The 1-1 coming in. Dropped it in. Looked to be some off speed and just hung a little high over the plate. The umpire gave the sign like, hey, it was just up, just up. Hear the groans from the crowd here. Softball field wanting that one to go in their favor. They got all the momentum with the pitching Natalie Mathers. That one outside. Kablansky blocks it. Keeps it in front. Now it's 3-1. Right where you want to be if you're Molly Bollinger. Try and get on base and spark something here. The 3-1. Swung on and missed. It's 3-2 now. Natalie Mathers went up high. That's a bold pitch. Down 3-1, and it pays off. Gets a swing and a miss. Bollinger hasn't been able to lay off the high stuff here this at-bat. That's where her 2 strikes come from. The 3-2. Back upstairs, and she's able to lay off of that one. Third walk of the afternoon for Mathers. And brings up Emily Dyson. Bulldogs have 1 error on the day. Beavers have left 2 on base. Haven't been able to get much production. They were both walks. And they were both seemingly with 2 outs. And then Mathers came back and in the first inning struck out the next batter. And then where that other walk came, it was a fly out to center field. Runner back out. Get a pickoff there for Hope Kablansky. Is going to end the inning. And the catcher has been playing tremendous for her pitching staff and team. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Score 1-0 Bulldogs.
In its 2021 edition of America's Best Colleges, U.S. News and World Report has once again ranked Adrian College as a top regional college in the Midwest. The institution was named to the Best Regional Colleges Midwest section for the 7th consecutive year, and once again listed number 2 in the Most Innovative Schools category. In addition to these honors, Adrian College was also named to the Best Undergraduate Teaching and Best Value College lists. Adrian College has been established as a distinctive and innovative educational leader in the United States. The institution places priority on a culture of innovation and critical thinking. This is the 12th consecutive year Adrian College has been featured by U.S. News and World Report. You can see the full list of rankings and find more information on their website. For more information about Adrian College, visit adrian.edu.
Welcome back here to the Adrian College softball field. Bulldogs hold a 1-0 lead. That run coming all the way back in the 3rd inning off of the bat of Jamie Bell, scoring Jalen DeForest. Everything else has been done on the defensive side of things. Natalie Mathers with some help from Hope Kablansky, putting together a great game, the battery. Like we have some changes on the field. We'll bring those to you as soon as we know. Rutledge has checked into the game. 18. Making an adjustment to the scorecard. Rutledge has checked in for Bollinger. That one comes in on the batter, Infinity Rogers. Swung on, and that's going to be a base hit. It gets past the substituting Rutledge, and Rogers is going to get a stand-up triple. And the Bulldogs are cooking here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Didn't even get a chance to fully write the name in to the scorecard before Rutledge makes an immediate impact on the game, and the defensive substitution not able to keep that one in front of her. Stand-up triple for the Bulldogs. That one's a called strike with Elena McSoud up to bat. No outs. Has an opportunity to sacrifice. That one bunted. It's going to roll foul. Okay, official score coming in. Rogers gets credit for a single. And then advanced all the way to third on an error by the left fielder, Rutledge. That one sent back to right field. Rogers will tag up. Here she comes. Pitch in over top of the catcher, Adams. And a sacrifice fly is going to score Rogers there. And the Bulldogs get some insurance and make it 2-0. That's going to bring up Jalen DeForest with nobody out. DeForest sees the first pitch come in. It's a called strike. Unearned run. Charge to Fillinger, who's, and honestly, we haven't talked about it enough. She's been pitching really well. This one's popped up, third baseman. That's going to be Tate who catches it. That's going to be the second out of the inning and bring up Destiny Rogers. But, you know, Fillinger has played and pitched really well in this contest. Don't put anything past her. Only giving up a few hits here and there. Only 2 runs, and most of them truly weren't her fault. They came in just as that one hits off the end of the glove. It's going to be a fair ball. And a stand-up double for Destiny Rogers. Keeps things going here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. It hit off the glove of the third baseman, Tate. Called a fair ball after it hit her in fair territory. And that is what you need. Some changes coming here. I'm going to wait for the, so it is going to be a pinch hitter here. 30. Lauren McLaughlin is going to pitch hit for Jamie Bell. She swings at the first pitch, goes to right center field, and it's going to fall. She's going to get a run. The pitch hitter comes up big for the Bulldogs, and it's 3-0 as she checks in and gets a double and an RBI. She scores Destiny Rogers. And Jamie Bell will check right back in McLaughlin does exactly what she needs to do. Swings at the first pitch, gets a double and an RBI, and the Bulldogs have a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the fifth. See another pitch hitter come in for, it looks like, Hope Kablansky. It's going to be Madison Svengrows. She'll check into this game and look to do exactly what the hitter before her did. Cullen trying to, now she'll be, instead of scoring McCullen, she'll score Jamie Bellew, check back into pinch run. This one swung on, gets through the hole, stopped by the shortstop, the throw coming, and it's going to be a base hit for Svengrows. Runners on first and third now for the Bulldogs. Svengrows gets a single. Hope Kablansky will come back in and run for her slotted spot. Another change here. Actually, Skelly making a lot of changes here in this fifth inning. Looks like Alexa Lamorex is going to bat here. The changes in the scorebook. We've got a lot of them. We'll make sure if any defensive changes happen, we'll make sure they're adjusted here in this fifth inning. Let's take a look at the replay. Runner took off, defensive indifference. Apologize. Probably shouldn't have ran the replay at that point, but it is what it is. We'll bring it back now. The first pitch was a ball on Lamorex. And defensive indifference moved the runners to second and third. And Lamorex gets a pinch hit single. And she's going to score two. Wow. Pinch hitters coming up huge for the Bulldogs. And they have bursted out to a 5-0 lead. As Haley DeChalk checks back in. To run once again. The 1, 2, 3 all get subbed out for pinch hitters and then subbed right back in to run. And we're back to normal here with Katie Connolly stepping up to plate here with a runner on first base and 2 outs up on the board. Swings at the first pitch. Goes to left center field, and it's going to be caught there by Rutledge, and that will finally retire the side. The Bulldogs able to score 4 runs here in the bottom half of the fifth inning on a couple of big hits from pitch hitters, and we'll head to the top of the sixth with the score 5-0 in favor of Adrian College.
Did you miss Constitution Day? The George W. Romney Institute for Law and Public Policy presented the annual Philip J. Perkowski Constitution Day Address on Adrian College TV this year.
His presentation, based on his extensive experience in the courtroom, promises to be revealing and thought-provoking. It's called Making the Words Matter, How All of Us, Not Just the Courts, Can Fulfill the Promise of the Constitution. Please join me in welcoming Brett DeGroff.
Using the arc of the moral universe quote too loosely carries with it a danger of magical thinking. Technically, we couldn't have expected the Constitution to do anything about it earlier. It was perfectly legal under the Constitution up to that point. The real action in this area is going to happen at the local level, in cities and in townships, because city and township governments fund and supervise police departments.
You can watch his revealing and thought-provoking speech now on Adrian College TV.
sound we're familiar with at the Arrington Ice, bringing it over to softball today, and right on cue, see a bunt attempt, and it backs out. Softball game going on here today. Sorry for a little bit of an awkward pause, but the 1 the count. 5-0 the score for the Bulldogs. Natalie Mathers getting right back to work. That one up high. Emily Dyson leading off here after Bollinger got picked off to end that top half of the 5th inning. So we'll see what Dyson can do with no outs. 1-1 the count. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Mathers just making light work of the Beavers. They haven't had many opportunities, and every time they've had runners on base, there was a caught stealing back in the 4th, and then a pickoff. Hope Kablansky has taken the runners off every single time. She's back behind the plate now. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 for Mathers, and that's going to be what looks to be her 9th strikeout on the day. I'm going to correct myself. It's her 10th strikeout. Absolutely incredible numbers here for Natalie Mathers, and a pitching coach out talking now to the defense. Bluffton chasing 5 runs down to their last 5 outs. It's going to bring up the top of the order. Lily Tate is batting. Mathers gets the sign. Delivers. Strike 1 called. You know, something I'm very happy with is the umpire today. The umpire crew has been really well, made a lot of good calls, and behind the dish, leading the way with the really good strike zone that we've seen throughout the day. And something that I'm very happy with is you can actually hear when he's calling a strike. It's not delayed. We saw that on Wednesday. That's strike 2 there. Softball, sometimes those umpires wait a little bit to call the strike, and I'm up here. Oh, it was a ball. It looked like a ball from my angle. Let's call the ball. Oh, no, it's a strike. But we have not had that issue today. Maybe a couple lofty calls here and there, but for the most part, this umpiring crew has been really good. 0-2. That one's up high. 1-2. Now Mathers wasted one there, trying to get Tate to swing and miss. Tate is 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out back in the 1st, got walked in the 3rd inning. Looking to get a hit here. Swings to that one. Check swing almost, but fouled it off. And we'll redo it here, the 1-2. Again, if you tuned in here on ACTV, happy to have you with us. You can start a conversation with us here in the chat. You can find me on Twitter, mention me there. We can have a conversation on Twitter, I don't mind. PXP Kibby Matt. This one swung back up the middle. Mathers knocks it down. Rogers tries to get the out, and she will! That ball was going right back up the middle, and Mathers tipped it off the glove, went right to Rogers at second base, and she went over. So the infamous 1-4-3 for the second out of the inning. Mathers doesn't knock that one out or knock it down with the glove. You know, we see the first hit of the ball game for the Beavers. This one sent in and caught by the shortstop DeChalk as the Beavers go quietly in the top half of the 6th inning. 1-2-3 inning for Mathers, and we'll head into the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Bulldogs will look to add some more insurance here. They currently lead 5-0 over Bluffton. We'll be right back here on ACTV.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Gotten an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome back. A little quiet on the comeback there. Wasn't ready for it. It is what it is. Welcome back here to the Adrian College softball field. We're in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Looks like we'll have some more pinch hitters here as Megan Sodman is going to come up to bat for Ava Farinelli. Let's see a couple plate meetings. Coach Skelly trying to make sure we get it all taken care of and it's all right. Beavers trying to set up their defense, trying to keep the damage with 5 and have a big comeback with their last 3 outs in the 7th inning. There's another change out in left field for the Beavers. Sammy Urban, number 11. So we'll have another change in the left field position. Sammy Urban checked in the bottom half for the 6th, so we'll see that change as Rutledge gets replaced. The left fielder, the only place we've seen changes for Bluffton here. Correction, that's going to be, she's going to go over to right field. We'll make some changes up here in the booth. So Rutledge is still out and left. Urban is out and right, and Sodman is the batter. Swings at that one. Looks like 0-2's the count here early. That one outside. 1-2. Sodman. Pitch hitting for Farinelli. Swings. This one stays in on the infield. It's going to go over to Zeichen, and she's going to catch that one. It's going to be an easy put out there. That will bring up Infinity Rogers. Had a hit to start off the scoring in the 5th. There was an error on the left fielder. Caused Rogers to get all the way to 3rd, and from there, the Bulldogs just stepped up to the plate and hit. That one's up top, 1-0. The 1-0. Swung on. This one, a line drive to the center fielder. It hits off the glove and drops. Rogers will get all the way to second base. Bowman had a glove on it, and it fell out. And just what the Bulldogs needed. Gets a runner in scoring position. And with that being a line drive, Rogers will get credit for the double. That was a big hit by Rogers. Just squared it up and lined it right to center field. Just to the left of Bruiser out in the fence line. We'll have another change here as Kara Stamfly is going to step up to bat in place of Elena McSoud. Kira looking to score a run here and get an RBI. Swings at the first one. Goes up the middle, and it's going to be a nice play there by the shortstop, Dyson. 6-3 once again. For the second out of the inning. Another change here. She advanced the runner to third, though, on that put out. And we'll see another substitution here as Ashley Skelly is throwing the bench at us. Number 41. Chuck Cluck is going to bat here. She sees the first pitch. It's a called strike. Second one blocked there. Nice play by the catcher, Adams. Keeping that runner at third. Runner at third is Infinity Rogers. Cluck is the batter. Fillinger the pitcher, and Adams the catcher. That one swung on and tipped a little bit, but caught by the catcher for strike two. 1-2 is the count now. 2 outs here. Runners, or a runner over at third base. The Bulldogs looking to add one more insurance run here, make it 6-0. This one, ooh. Cluck thought it was strike three. Started walking to the dugout, gets called a ball. 2-2 the count. Rolled over, foul ball. Haven't been able to keep up with all the changes like, I'd honestly want to, but the freshman Cluck, she has 5 games played, 2 at-bats. She scored a run, and she has a base on ball as well as a stolen base. No average, but an on-base percentage of .333. She swings at this one. High into center field and caught by the center fielder, Bowen, and that's going to retire the side here. The Bulldogs get a double from Rogers, but then can't score her from second base, and they will go quietly into the top of the 7th. Mathers looking to end this game 5-0 as she heads back out onto the mound for the top of the 7th inning. We'll be right back here on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Welcome back here to the Adrian College softball field. Bulldogs looking to end this game. As Farinelli has checked back in. Three, 4, 5. It's not going to be easy for Mathers going against the heart of the order here in the top of the 7th inning, but 3 outs will do it. Mathers, first pitch, called a strike on the outside corner. The batter, Bobby Adams, looking to keep this game alive. The Beavers chasing 5 runs. Mathers delivers. That one's outside. It's called a ball. Adams on the day. Base on ball in her first at bat. And then reached on an error and then was later substituted out for the likes of Cisco, who was caught stealing by Hope Kablansky. She blocks that one, keeps it away from the umpire. One of those things you'll often see from the catcher with nobody on. You know, if it's outside and it's not going to hit anything, just kind of let it go. Maybe put a glove on it. But if it's about to hit that umpire, very often you'll see the catcher block the ball just to prevent the umpire from getting hit. One of those things you do when you're working. You know, you become best friends with the umpire when you're back there. I've had a lot of fun conversations with the umpires during games. That one's outside. You know, one that always sticks out is we got to a point, we were in the 5th inning, and at that point in the game, we weren't even talking about baseball. We were just talking about life, talking about what was going on in our lives. I had a little bit of a younger umpire, so we were kind of close in age. He was in college. I was in high school. That one's fouled off, but 3-2 is the count now. You know, you build those relationships throughout the beginning of the game. You're kind of getting used to the guy. Hey, how's the wife? How's the kids? All that when you get to know the umpires, because you work with a lot of them. You get used to who you're working with. You know them by name. I couldn't tell you how many umpires I know by their first name, and whenever I work with them, they know what they're going to expect out of me, and I know what to expect out of them. You get used to the zone, and I can imagine that's what Kablansky has been doing all day long. 3-2. This one swung on and missed. Wouldn't you know, another strikeout. The 11th of the day for Mathers, and the first out of this 7th inning. Yeah, this final line, bearing that Mathers gets these next shots, it's going to be an absolutely incredible line. This one swung on and missed. Taylor Shimp struck out twice already today. The 0-1. Mathers delivers. This one fouled away. It's 0-2 now. Shimp has, like I said, 2 strikeouts on the day, both of them swinging. So we're 0-2 here. 1 out in the 7th inning. Mathers looking to get the complete game. Mathers gets the sign on the 0-2. Sends this one in. It's up high. Make it 1-2. Waste one there. Shimp trying to keep the game alive here in this first game of a doubleheader. That one's just outside. Makes it 2-2. It's even. Shimp still looking to lay the bat on the ball. Mathers trying to keep doing what she's been doing all day long. Gets the sign and delivers. That one's inside, and after going up 0-2, Mathers is going to fall behind. The count is full. Five to nothing the score here in favor of the Bulldogs. It was an explosive 5th inning for the Bulldogs that put them at this spot. This one swung on, fouled straight back to the screen. Bulldogs able to get a run in the 3rd, nothing in the 4th, and then able to get 4 in the 5th. That's where we are right now. The 3-2 will do it again after that foul ball. Mathers gets the sign. Sends this one in, swung on. Off the end of the bat, another foul ball, and this is turning into a battle here. 87 pitches for the junior Mathers. Here in the top of the 7th, Matt Kibbe with you. This one sent in, rolled over to 3rd. Rogers will field it over to Farinelli, and it's going to be a 5-3 put out here in the 7th inning. That's going to bring up, looks to be a pinch hitter, Lexi Rutledge, who substituted in earlier, is going to bat in place of Uval. Swings at the first pitch. The 0-1. This one comes in, blocked by Kablansky. Makes it 1-1. You know, I was going to say, Marissa Uvel, she was the right fielder to start this game, had 2 at-bats, and she was the only one, the only spot in the lineup that hadn't had a strikeout against Mathers. Rutledge is in now. Swings, fouls it off. It's 1-2. Beavers down to their final strike here in the top of the 7th inning. The Bulldogs have a 5-0 lead. Wind has changed a little bit. Now it's going from left to right field. Mathers gets on the rubber in the circle. Gets the sign, 1-2 the count. Delivers. Strike 3! What a way to end it, exactly how it started. A looking strikeout ends the game, and the Bulldogs win by a final score of 5-0. Natalie Mathers is by far the player of the game. A complete game shutout, no earned runs, 12 strikeouts, only 3 walks given up, and a shutout performance by the Bulldogs. And they win Game 1 here on ACTV by a final score of 5-0 over the visiting Bluffton Beavers. We'll have a little bit of a time out here on ACTV. Programming alert for you folks at home. The next game will be on a different link. So we're going to end this stream. Make sure you go to the next link to watch the second game of this afternoon's doubleheader against the Bluffton Beavers. Again, the final score is 5-0 in favor of the Adrian College Bulldogs. Natalie Mathers gets a complete game shutout, 7 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, only 3 base on balls, and the Beavers couldn't muster anything. Hope Kablansky had a couple nice plays from behind the plate, and the offense surged in the 5th inning to get the Bulldogs to 5-0. We're going to take a break here on ACTV, and reminder, go to the next link for this second game of the doubleheaders. If you can't find it for whatever reason on the Adrian College TV YouTube channel, go to the AdrianBulldogs.com, go to softball, the schedule, the video link is already embedded there. You can find it there if you can't find it on Adrian College TV. We'll see you for the second game of this doubleheader here on ACTV. Matt Kibbe, Caitlin Parisi signing off for this first game. The Bulldogs win 5-0 over the Beavers of Bluffton. We will see you for the second game.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team
wants you to join us in thanking one of our sponsors, the Carlton Lodge of Adrian. The Carlton Lodge offers a comfortable and convenient lodging experience. Carlton has spacious rooms and suites, fit for a peaceful night's sleep. Their amenities include a hot tub and pool, a 24-hour fitness center, a business center, and much more. A huge thanks to Adrian College's choice of lodging for sponsoring Bulldog Athletics.